I'm going to take a couple of minutes to review some of the questions that were on the assignment. So first I wanted to talk about the part-time versus full-time issue and see what the cost or benefits of hiring a part-time employee would be. Part of the problem and issue I think comes down to whether a company is doing it for the right reasons. Hiring a part-time employee simply to avoid paying the new healthcare costs I think can certainly cause a problem. Ethically speaking, I think hiring a part-time employee just simply to cut costs I don't think would cause an ethical problem. A perfect example of this is a company I used to work for. They would basically staff people between 30 and 39 hours simply because they didn't want to pay the employees a full-time rate. So I think doing that is technically unethical simply because they're not doing it for the right reasons. I think another problem with hiring the part-time employees is that it leads to a little bit of inefficiency. When a part-time employee is hired, I think it definitely leads to inefficiency simply because the people don't mesh as well with some of the workers. I also think legally speaking, it would be totally fine to hire a part-time employee, but again, it comes down to the intent of the company and what they see as legal and unethical. Next, I wanted to talk about the strategies to avoid challenges similar to the narrative. I think with a strong tone at the top, I think that could do wonders for a company that's trying to avoid situations similar to the narrative. So if you're debating whether or not to hire a part-time versus full-time employee, having a tone at the top to kind of discuss this with partners, managers, senior managers, whatever the case may be, I think that gives you a good group of people that are able to look at it from kind of an outsider's perspective and see what the benefits of hiring a part-time versus keeping the full-time and paying those additional healthcare costs. With regards to the ACA, I do believe it's a little bit of an unwarranted government intrusion simply because there's going to be a lot of people reaping the benefits for not actually doing a whole lot. So there's going to be people basically taking advantage of the system, and I don't know if that's going to go over well with the public. There's a lot of people that I've talked to and have discussed this with have actually complained about a lot of people that will be not working as hard and still getting benefits, whereas the people that are working hard are getting no more benefits than the people next door that aren't working as much. I think this is going to lead to a loss of company morale and company work ethic. I know in my case, if I'm going to be getting the same benefits as someone who doesn't work as hard, that's going to tend to lead people to not work as hard and especially not want to work as hard. Whereas if they are getting the benefits and they're getting more benefits by working harder than the people that aren't, then I think the company morale is going to go up quite significantly simply because if the company has their employees working hard and doing exactly what they want, they're going to get rewarded. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you.